is tall. It's triticale and ryegrass mixed together. And we're going to mow it tomorrow and bale it up and wrap it for heifer hay. Should make some pretty good feed for heifers. Yep, and then we'll plant Sudex in here after that. The field's about 24 acres, so we'll probably make 250 round bales. We have one field of straight triticale left, and it's headed out. We want to try chopping this in the dough stage. That's when the heads will get dough in it. You can do a soft dough or wait till the dough, or you can do it when it's milky or wait till it's a soft dough. We'll see once. We want to direct cut it. They have a head they stick on their chopper that's like a disc bind head, like a mower head. And it'll just go through, I think it's 18 feet wide. They'll take an 18-foot wide swath. But this is a field of that surge triticale that I mentioned about. We chopped a field of that earlier and put in the trench. But this is another field we had of that. This is the first year we tried this variety, but we're really happy with this stuff. We'll be definitely planting some more of it. It's a really leafy variety. If you look down through the triticale here, it's just full of leaves, even down way down in the stalks. And yeah, oh, and it got really tall. This stuff, I think I'm 5'10" or 5'11", 5 feet 10 or 5 feet 11, and this stuff's up, as you can see, almost up to the top of my head. So it has to be, oh yeah, here's some that's at least as high as my head. What in the world? Two heads of the triticale here. It's all headed out right now, but there's nothing like in the heads. There's no grain at all in there. They're empty. Probably with if the heat stays this week that they're talking about, yeah, it'll probably start getting some milky stuff in the head. And yeah, we'll wait till it gets milky. Maybe even, we'll see how the weather's doing. Maybe even toward like the soft dough stage. We want to put it in an ag bag so it can't be too wet, but yeah, we don't want it to get too dry either. We want it to, if it gets too dry, it won't cure right, won't make quite as nice a feed. So it's coming along pretty good. Long hay or raking stuff that's really long and stringy, we have trouble with them wrapping here behind this is a V wheel rake. Yeah, it wraps on the shaft. Yeah, every now and then you gotta stop and cut it off. We're baling hay today. It's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. Yesterday was really nice, and today and tomorrow they're talking about a chance of thunderstorms. This is a hay field that was been a little on the thinner side the last couple years. In the winter we always plant small grain in it of some sort. This year we had triticale in it, and then after we take this cutting off we'll plant Sudex in here probably tomorrow. But yeah, it was down some, a little bit. It got so tall, and we had a little bit of trouble with it mowing quite even, but it didn't do too terrible bad. But made a little skipper here every so often. But yeah, it's gonna make a lot of stuff. It got a little older on us than we wanted it to. We were hoping to make it a week or 10 days ago, but it yeah, with all the rain we had been having, it got a little bit older on us. It's not too old. The hay is fairly young yet. The triticale is a little older. But yeah, we're putting it up for heifer hay, so it'll still make really good feed for them. We have an old 856. It's the only tractor we have left yet, and it was my dad's. I got it restored probably, oh man, 10, 12 years or more ago, maybe 15 by now. Went over the whole thing and got it repainted, redid a bunch of stuff on it. We don't use it a whole lot for farming. We use it for hay rides and stuff. But yeah, my son, the youngest son, wanted to get it out and rake with it today, and we're using it to haul some of the bales too, so it's pretty neat. Yeah, here's our 856. It could use a little bit of a washing job. It's not too dirty, but it was sitting in the barn all winter. We have two round bale wagons. This wagon is 25 feet long and it'll hold 14 bales. We go 2 wide and 10 on the bottom and 4 on the top. 2 wide and 5 long on the bottom, and then 4 on the top. The other wagon's 30 feet long and it'll hold 17 bales. It holds 12 on the bottom and 5 on the top. So yeah, if you got enough help, you can move a lot of bales in a hurry. These bales are packed really, really tight. I'm not sure. We didn't weigh any of them, but I'm gonna guess they're gonna weigh close to a ton. I mean, there's no way you can even stick your finger in there at all. I mean, it's just like solid brick. Our baler will make up the 60-inch bale, which is a 5-foot bale. When we make them wet, we usually go a little less than that. I think these are, let me see, 56 inches. So yeah, they're pretty good size. I'm pretty sure they weigh at least a ton or more. Today Today has been a very long day. Yeah, we're coming near the end. I'm just about done raking here. We had about 35 acres of hay land total, and we were planning to bale it in 2 days, and it ended up getting really nice today, and we started raking more of it, and yeah, we ended up raking it all up, and my son was like, well, it's about fit to bale the wrap, so he was going to do it all. So I'm not sure what the final count would be. We're well over 200 bales now. I'm pretty sure it'll be 240 or 250 probably. Yeah, we get a little bit of video here out the window. We're hauling round bales here this evening. Yeah, my windshield's dirty and the sun's shining right on it, so that makes it worse yet. But we had 2 oil hoses blow on this loader tractor today. The one blew yesterday, sorry, and the other blew today. It was the exact same hoses. This tractor has 4 hoses that are identical that go on the big cylinders that tilt the bucket up and down. And yeah, on the one side yesterday the one blew and the other blew today. So yeah, I got them replaced. If it looks like there's some oil all up over that one arm, it just blew here about an hour or so ago. And yeah, we're gonna have to get that all washed off. There's a wheat field over here beside this field that we're gathering bales up. We're gonna combine that. So that's usually around the first week in July. We got most of them hauled in here. He's not quite done baling, my son Willie, but there's about 200 bales laying here right now. We're gonna wrap first thing in the morning. They probably make, I don't know, probably close to 3 full rows here where we lay them. So anyhow, we'll try to get a little video there in the morning of them wrapping them, and then show you what it all looks like when they're wrapped. We wrap them in line, and yeah, we'll show you a little bit how they do that. Well, here's where everything's happening this morning. Yeah, we ended up with 226 bales yesterday, and it's the last of our first cutting, so that feels good. But yeah, we're wrapping them here today. If you make them with a little bit some moisture in them, then you wrap them. There's end caps to put on the ends to close the ends up, and it seals it up and keeps and makes really nice feeds. So these things are pretty slick how they work, these wrappers. They wrap them all in a line. Just start at the one end, and as the bale goes in, it pushes the wrapper forward. There's a push bar there at the back that pushes the bales forward. Then whenever it stops, that push bar will come back, and then you set your next bale on. Here is the rows of bale wrapped bales that we did today. Yeah, there's 2 long ones and then one that's about half or a little over half that long. And I said about the end caps we put on, there's a guy that he'll take like insulation panels and cut them in circles, and then he wraps them in bale wrap so they're sealed. And he makes them about, oh, they're probably about 3 inches thick. They're basically like a little disc, and then you stick them on the end kind of as an end cap and wrap them, and it works really good. We can reuse them. That's why they're a little dirty looking. These have been used before. And yeah, I'm not saying we don't have any spoilage, but probably 8 out of 10 ends like this, there's very, very little. Maybe one every now and then something happened, it got leaked somehow and you have to throw one out. But yeah, if the end's too moldy and too raunchy. But yeah, there's a local guy here, neighbor guy, Jonathan Rife's his name. His dad would have started kind of a custom baling and wrapping business years ago. They still do custom baling, and Jonathan, the son, took over the wrapping part. Oh, it's been a good many years ago. He's probably in his early 30s, I think, and married. So yeah, but anyway, that's who does it for us. He always does a good job, and it works out really good. So anyhow, you would have seen him on the video a little bit there this morning when they were wrapping. He's the one that was kind of walking around making sure everything was working right, and a lot of the rows were staying fairly even and straight. I'm up on top of one of our feed bins here, checking how much was left in it. Just thought this was a pretty neat view of the 2 trenches, or 2 of the trenches that we filled. The one on the left there is our corn silage trench. It's getting back. We have, there's probably enough left in there for at least 6 or 8 weeks yet. Then we have 2 ag bags over here. There's still silage left in the silos too. But yeah, both them trenches are triticale. And then there's a third one, you can't see it from here. There's a dry cow barn right beside the trenches, and the third one's over there on the other side of that. Anyhow, yeah, it looks always a good feeling when you see the trenches full and know you got plenty of feed. Yeah, I rode back here this evening to check the corn back here where we had cleared the trees out. So far it's coming up really good and looking nice. Yeah, we had several cloudy days there earlier, and then we had some sunny weather. It was warm, sunny and warm weather. And this morning we had about 2/10 of an inch of rain, so that was sure nice. Not that we were getting dry, but just, yeah. When it gets hot really fast, it's nice to have a little shower along the way. But yeah, you can see way out across there of all the corn coming up, and here's the headland rows right along the fence line. There you can get a pretty good idea down through there. If you see that one row's missing a little bit right there, kind of in the center, down over the hill. Right after we planted this, it rained for several days and they weren't able to get it sprayed. It was already starting to come up a little bit whenever they sprayed it, and yeah, they ran a row down right there. But that's part of it, I guess. But yeah, it's really coming up and looking really good. Back in here, this is also part of that wooded area that we cleared out.
We have some new babies born. There's one mom, and there's 2, and these little babies. But they're on the wrong side of the fence. They're in with him. There's a little gap right here that they go through, but he's nice. Rusty's nice to him. He doesn't do anything. I guess they just sit in there, but we're gonna have to fix that. But anyways, these babies are terrible cute. This one had triplets. She had 3 of them. And I think it's 2 nannies and a Billy. I'm not sure about the other ones. I haven't checked them. But yeah, they're all grown quite well.